And it has always been the economy stupid for decades now. And I think that's a message both Democrats and Republicans should heed. Where is the Trump administration doing well, and where are some of their other weaknesses aside from right now inflation?
Well, we keep a scorecard on all of the promises and all of the uh, essentially the intended goals or the broadcast goals that the administration has had. And again, the economy they need to do work on. Um, Tariffs they need to do work on in terms of their messaging and in terms of results as well. A policy which is very controversial is the use of the National Guard and active duty military to police American cities to stop crime and disorder. I don't think that the administration has done as good of a job as they think that they have done in terms of communicating that specific issues, specific issue. And again, they've got some work cut out on them in terms of the prime initiatives that they've had, in terms of the tariffs initiatives that they're pushing for, obviously in terms of the economy, and then Medicare and Medicaid, right? And one of the issues that people are very much on edge about is making cost cuts to Medicare programs by adding work requirements for those up to 64-year-olds. That's the issue that scores the worst in the administration scorecard, with 58% opposing it and 42% for it. Everyone is for eliminating government waste until it starts affecting them, and then they're like, no, 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 don't do that. But where the government is and the administration is scoring clear, home runs or touchdowns is in their initiatives in terms of lowering prescription drug prices for Medicare recipients and low income patients. 86% support that, including 68% who support this new initiative of a government-run website for consumers to buy drugs directly from manufacturers at steep discounts. This is something that was announced just in the last 2 weeks, with Pfizer being the first participant within this government-run website. I think that they call it something along the lines of Trump RX, and it's doing quite well. In terms of deportations, there are reservations in terms of how the deportations are being done. But when you ask about deporting immigrants who are here illegally and have committed crimes, 78% support that, including 69% of Democrats and 77% of independents. And then when we ask the same question, but it's purely around deporting immigrants within the country, and I want to get the numbers right, so I'm looking at this specifically. You still have, on the question of deporting all immigrants who are here illegally and have entered illegally over the last 4 or 5 years, 56% support that, including 76% of Republicans and 54% of independents. So clearly, the posture on immigration is a correct posture on immigration. But when you look at a different angle to it and you say, is Trump overplaying his authority? 55% say that he's going beyond his authority, and 56% say that he's not abiding by all court orders. And we even asked the question, which is a forcing function question with two extremes: is he a strong president, or is he behaving like a dictator? And really, that's a 52-48% split. In part, it's because of the execution of some of these policies, not the policies themselves, which the administration clearly has a lot of support around. And again, when we look at using the US military to target cartels and drug smugglers in Latin America, which is one of those charged issues where, is the administration following the law, or is it going beyond the law? Voters support it. 63% say yes, we can get behind this because it's for the safety and security of the United States. When we talk about an issue like raising fitness and readiness standards in the military and making them gender neutral, right? This was the controversial meeting of all the generals that Secretary of Defense or Secretary of War, I should say, Pete Hegseth and the president had. Again, on the substance of it, 61% support the policy, even though they didn't quite like the optics of, the civilian leadership really trying to get the generals to fit a particular political direction or a particular political mold. So there are clear wins for the administration, clear home runs in terms of the policies. There are reservations in terms of the execution, and then there are some policies which, again, especially around healthcare and Medicare and Medicaid, that voters don't really want the administration to touch.